Welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. Today's video we're going to take a close look at the 14-inch foldable kickstart portable display. How is this thing? How does it look? How does it sound? And is it any good when it comes to portable gaming? Because I think these devices are freaking awesome, but there are so many differences when it comes to the quality and overall. We have many different sizes when it comes to the inches. This is the 14-inch, comes with an IPS panel, an FHD. It comes also with the option for a USB-C connection. It comes with a built-in foldable kick plate that I have never personally seen before. But previous ones I've reviewed here were from different brands, different sizes, but also came with most of the time with a different kind of a case. So the kickstart was basically the protecting case that was around it. But let's take a close look at it, what we're actually going to get on the inside. There are so many different ways to play with a different kind of a monitor, but I really love these portable devices because they are super convenient to bring with you. Yep, I know it's a Captain Obvious moment, but what I do like is when you're having like a mini PC or something and you combine this. One of the differences what I've also noticed in the past is that when it comes to the overall quality. And I mean, particularly when you're looking at the shape, the housing and everything. And I can tell you my first impression is not bad. I must say this thing looks pretty damn cool. At the bottom we're going to get very nice rubberized, let's say, stands, and of course then the kick plate here at the back. So what you can do is just click it open and everything feels quite quality. Like this looks really nice. This is a very cool looking product, I can tell you that. It does have like quite a lot of resistance, so that is one thing that you need to take consideration. You need to be very gentle. Maybe it will loosen up a little bit when you're going to be using it for some time. Maybe you can even also adjust it. There are a couple of screws in here that you can basically remove it, adjust it, or whatsoever. But when you're looking, everything is made out of very thick plastic and gives this overall monitor a very nice feel. But here at the side, let's take a close look at the connection itself. The monitor itself has two USB-C ports here at the side and a mini HD or mini HDMI connection. Unlike with the previous models I have seen, we're going to get ourselves an exit button over here, this special scrolling wheel that we can move to the forward and backwards and pushing it in, and this for navigating through the menu. And over here, and that is something that I cannot really remember seeing on my previous displays, that it also comes even with a headphone jack. But what are we actually going to get with the monitor and all the nice goodies? First of all, a business card with an email. If you're buying something like this from them and you have problems, you can just contact them there. An HDMI cable that we're going to use for connecting a game console, because that's one of the things I really want to have this. Then a cleaning cloth. We're going to get a Type-C to or USB-C to USB-C cable. We can connect a phone because the display also have, it seems to be touchscreen connectivity. Then of course the cable and USB-C to USB, because we're going to get ourselves a power supply from the brand itself. Super convenient if you just want to give this thing an external power supply and just use it this way. But the WIMAXIT, or how do you freaking pronounce this name, the portable touchscreen monitor has a lot to offer compared with the previous one I've reviewed. Where the previous one were just like typical monitors that you can plug in your game system. This thing does also have the option to use your Samsung or Huawei phone that we're going to try on this tiny 14-inch monitor today. Different ways to play, and that is what we're going to do today. But here a quick overview of the specifications list. Already mentioned before, it's a 14-inch IPS panel, has a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels, 60 Hz vertical frequency, and then we're going to get ourselves the brightness, 250 nits. Then the contrast ratio of 800 by 1, and the viewing angle, that is 170 by 170 degrees. Different like ways to play, I already mentioned that, and authorized protection with HDCP. So it's going to be easy and awesome to play when it comes to, let's say, next gen consoles that I wanted to check out. But it's also going to give you a quick overview of every single way you connect it. Here you can connect a laptop with full features through the USB-C interface. Here you can see like we do need two of them, one for connection with the laptop and the other one connecting with the laptop for powering on, if you don't want to use an external power source. Then we have the option to connect your phone with Type-C to Type-C, and then over here we're going to use a power bank or the USB wall charger. Another thing that we're going to do is using a power bank and the wall charger, and with the other cable, the HDMI, we're going to connect it with the monitor itself. And this is another way, this is with the MacBook or Windows, connect with the computer through HDMI. So, but I don't know for sure, to be honest. If you're going to use this power cable HDMI, I think it doesn't implement the touchscreen capabilities. So take consideration if you're going to use a number 5 over here, or you're just going to choose the different way. Think about it like this way. With the Type C to Type C with your laptop, then we're going to get the touchscreen capabilities. Or that is what I understand of the situation. But before we go into play some games, let's take a close look and plug it into my laptop with the touch capabilities, because I'm really curious how that will work out. So the first thing I have noticed when it comes to this thing, I must say it's very sensitive and it works quite well. The display is super convenient if you have a presentation and you need to use a touchscreen. Here you can see it works very well, and I'm very pleased with the result itself. It's very sensitive, even when you need to touch in a certain tiny corner, nothing will give you any problems whatsoever. You just need to double tap very fast. I need to get used to the screen itself. But of course, if you just want to play some game, that is also possible. Nevertheless, I just wanted to see how it works. You just plugged it into the Type C connection on my laptop and it powers on automatically. But I can tell you the display is super sensitive when it comes to fingerprints. I only have been touching it a couple of times, but here you can see by even touching it a little bit, it's going to be absolutely a freaking nightmare. Man, oh man. But let's start with the gaming. This is the reason I just wanted to check it out for myself. The first thing I noticed, and I hope the camera picks it up, the colors are super vibrant and look amazing on this display. So when pressing the volume button to the downwards position, here we can adjust the volume. I've been setting it to 100%, and I can tell you the volume is not super loud, but yeah, 2 times 1 watts, you can't expect anything from that. So when basically pushing the button in, that is another feature of this, we can adjust the brightness. We can even put it in a different brightness if I want to. Contrast, everything can be changed out. We're having different game modes. Standard. I can tell you this thing is very difficult to navigate. RTS. FPS. It can be changed out to performance mode. I think it's best to recommend to do that when you're going to actually play games. You get the best experience. But the overall experience when it comes to navigate through the menu, it's quite difficult with this very tiny knob here at the side, or scrolling wheel, how you want to call this thing. It's quite annoying, but it does its job. But if you just want to play on the go, of course the Switch is already portable. But I think if you just want to have a better experience to play together on split screen, and you just want to have a tiny monitor to bring with you, this can be a very cool overall solution. Another thing that is a little bit of a problem, I think, is the price. When you're looking at it, you're paying for the touchscreen capabilities, and if you're not going to use it, I think it's going to be a waste, and maybe it's better off to getting one without the touchscreen itself, and just get yourself like the game version I've reviewed in my previous videos. Okay, so I'm going to try a little bit of a PlayStation 5 gaming, and I can tell you, when plugging in, automatically notifies the HDMI function inside the monitor itself. Everything works like a charm. Man, this game is such fun to play. I love myself rally racing games. Next up, let's try some Xbox Series X. Let's see how it actually works and give me like a great example how wide the display is. It looks kind of weird like that. Yeah, absolutely. And what do we have here? An intro that we can't skip. Urgh. For the next round, I just wanted to take a close look at, of course, some Forza Horizon 7. Man, this looks so great. It looks absolutely amazing. Oh, that's been such a long time I've actually played Forza. I've played too much of those arcade racing games like Burnout that you can just bash into everything. And I love the reef playback function. It's so cheesy. So when you want to have this device, this 14-inch monitor as an, let's say, office extra monitor, or if you just want to play some games on it, you can do all kinds of craziness. I think it's a beautiful monitor that has a lot of possibilities. If you just want to slap an emulator machine on it, you want to have like a Nintendo Switch or an Xbox or a PlayStation, you can just basically use it all on this monitor. Let me know in the comments what you think of a device like this. Would you like pick it up? Thank you for watching, consider subscribing, and it will be great to see you in the next video.